What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is best bet for UFC Vegas 98. We have Tatsuro, Taira going against Brandon Royval. And yeah, I am here with TB. We got 138 in the building as well. It's been a while since you guys have been on, so happy to have you back. We'll start with you, TB. Are you looking forward to UFC Vegas 98?
Yes, I think we should have some exciting fights. While some of the fights may not be the most bettable here and there, I think we have some fun props to play with and should be a good time celebrating the birthday week. So let's I am happy, thank you, in the words of Tatsuro Taira.
There we go. We got 138. 138. Are you looking forward to UFC Vegas 98?
Yeah, I'm actually stoked. I like this card quite a bit. There's a couple of spots that are weird, but obviously with the heavyweights and getting that last minute change and all that. But most of the card is pretty cool. Got a bit of a chip on my shoulder coming into this one as the leader with only 6 cards, in the books for me. A lot of people have more than that. A lot of people saying that it was all because that first card. But guys, the number has gone up since then. So got a bit of a chip. We're going to see how it goes after this week.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. It seems like you had that one really good card, and then it's just been consistently good for you. So yeah, hopefully that continues here. Before we get into, if you guys could please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We go live every Saturday for some best bet. Go subscribe to TB at Chronic Combat Conversations. And then also 138 MMA is on YouTube as well, pumping out a ton of content. And yeah, what is up to you guys in the chat? Hopefully you guys are doing well, having a good Saturday. Happy Chiwiwis to you all. We got Shoot Proof in the building. What is up? Grant Dawson inside the distance will make all that money. I can't wait to talk about that Dawson fight. We got Elijah one in the building. We got Brady's. No, I just woke up from I did a 10-minute nap. I did the old 10-minute nap and get on here type thing. So we got my guy John in the building. What is up? Express. We got Daniel. We got Bruno. We got MR. We got Tom. We got John. We got Hunter. What is up, everybody? Let's get into some fights. We have about 58 minutes to break down 12 fights, which should be easy enough. All right, we're going to kick it off with the first fight of the card, and it is the Clayton Carpenter going against Lucas Rocha. And it looks like Carpenter has taken some steam as of this morning, it looks like. So he's now minus 230, and we have Rocha sitting as a plus. Kick it to 138 for this first fight of the card. What do you like in here?
Yeah, for me, I think Carpenter is going to show some levels, and we're going to go Carpenter inside the distance. Last I saw it was plus 240 on Movada. That might have moved, but that's what I saw a little bit ago.
What is it again? Well, plus
240 on Movada inside the distance.
Oh, 240, okay. All right. 138 taking Carpenter inside the distance plus 240. TB, what do you like for this fight?
One Tyler's going one way. This Tyler's going Carpenter by decision plus 140. I think Rocha is going to be in a lot of bad positions, but at the same time, we've seen him survive a lot of those on the regional. Carpenter doesn't have the most experience himself, and I think that we're going to have a fight that Carpenter wins handily, but I think it's going the distance, so we'll see how it plays out. Plus 140 on this end.
Well, I hope one of you guys are right because I do have the Carpenter money line there. So hopefully one of you guys are right there. And I was also maybe looking at the ends of the distance, but ended up just sticking with the money line there. Let's see. Jason said my violence comment got deleted. I said, why would they delete your violence comment? Try to comment it again. Hopefully they don't delete it this time because I didn't delete it, Dixon. You know me, I don't delete messages or comments. John saying I took the Carpenter minus 3.5 at plus 115. I don't mind that. Covers the finish, covers the 30-27 as well. I think that's pretty solid, John. I dig that. All right, so I think we're all on the same page there on the first fight. Carpenter hopefully getting it done. All right, moving on to this next fight. It is Cody Haddon going against Dan Argueta. We have Haddon sitting at minus 160, Dan Argueta at plus 140. Dan Argueta did come in here missing weight. Let's start with TB. What are you liking for this fight here?
I'm going for the gold here. I think Argueta is going to come out hot, wrestling heavy approach, potentially even winning round 1. While I'd love to tell you guys to just jump on the live bet, that's not going to work here. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to get a round 2, round 3 finish by Mr. Cody Haddon. I think he's going to be inflicting more damage, and he's got the jiu-jitsu background to threaten with some chokes. So if you do, on FanDuel, I did it, you can aggregate it. So round 2, round 3, sub was plus 1,800, round 2, round 3, knockouts plus 800. Average it all out, I'll do the math. It's plus 1,300 on the average for round 2, round 3, Cody Haddon.
Plus 1,300?
Yep.
All right, yeah, I don't hate that, especially with the weight miss for Argueta. 138, what are you doing for this fight here?
Yeah, so similar thought process. The only thing that gives me pause is when Argueta misses weight. So guys that miss weight, especially when grappling is going to be a big part of their game plan, whether it be defensively or offensively, that helps them quite a bit. So I don't like that for the Haddon side, but I'm still going to go with Haddon inside the distance, at least for this show. And I saw it at plus 210 just a little bit ago, so it's still there.
All right, Cody Haddon inside the distance at plus 210 for 138 there. Let's see. John took the cheater Argueta plus 3.5 at minus 160, which means he only has to win one round. And yeah, the dude did cheat. Didn't look like he really killed himself to make the weight. So yeah, we'll see. Can you help me with a DraftKings lineup today for single entry? I need to cash my guys. For single, I'm liking Pearce. I loved Alassane, but Frem didn't. Frem missed waiting and kind of had to pull out. What else do I like this week? I like Dawson up top as well. So Tafa, Gorimbo, Dawson, money line plus 123. I think it hits. All right, let's keep moving on to the next fight. We have some line movement on this one. Julia Polastri going against Corey McKenna. Polastri was a favorite all week. Now she's sitting as a minus 110 pick'em. And Corey McKenna, same thing here. She was an underdog all week, and now currently she's sitting at minus 110, 138. What are you doing for this fight?
Yeah, so this one's tricky because there's just not a lot of lines that feel like there's any value on them. So I'm actually going to have to use my first pass on this fight, unfortunately. And it could go either. This is such a close fight. So for me, I mean, it makes sense to pass.
Yeah, I agree. Pass on the Polastri fight for 138. And yeah, I agree. I think it could play out very, very closely. TB, did you find anything on this fight here?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about McKenna sub. I was thinking about Polastri KO. And then you look and see that fight goes the distances in, I mean, the minus 400 range. You're like, all right, am I just being too cute? So instead, I will do the smart thing. Me and from Tyler to Tyler, we're telling you to pass here.
Yep, and I am passing as well, but looks like some people have bet McKenna today, and this line maybe flips. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's going to play out very close. I think it's going to come down to the crooked, corrupt judges. They're so crooked and corrupt and blind, and it should be a close one. Key to this fight over 2.5 minus 400 on two teamers. There you go. Yeah, I think that's all. I'd be surprised if anybody got finished here. CJ Vergara getting knocked out silly. We shall see. Polastri. Yes. 1-800 gambler fight of the week. Yeah. I mean, I'm not betting on it, but we'll see. Brady, have I gone off the simp deep end? I might have fallen in love with both McKenna and Polastri. I mean, maybe you have, Dixon. I know you're subscribed to a lot of these OnlyFans out there, so maybe you have. All right, let's keep moving on to this next fight. What a mess. We have Junior Tafa going against Sean Sharaf. We have Junior Tafa minus 285. Sharaf is plus 245. Let's start with TB. What are you doing for this heavyweight fight?
Looking at the face-offs, I was like, wow, these guys actually size up pretty well. Sharaf he's got some size to him. He swings heavy. I just think it's going to be tough to knock out Tafa here on short notice. And I think he's going to be swinging heavy, but not quite landing. Slow down. And we're looking at Mr. Tafa, round 2, round 3 knockout, plus 430 on FanDuel. So I think that could be a little something cute, and we'll see how it goes here. Shout out to Mr. Guru for coming up with some good ideas.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just sweat out that first round. The first one's gonna be a sweat, but we'll see. So 138. What are you doing for this fight here?
Yeah, so like when I originally saw this, I thought it was going to be a pass, but then I looked a little deeper and noticed that the over 1.5 was at plus 220 over on Bovada, and I said that's a little bit wild for a heavyweight fight that's outside the top 5, because heavyweights outside the top 5 really love to go over 1.5. So we're going to take the over 1.5 at plus 220, and I think that's a pretty solid play.
Over 1.5 plus 220. So you guys are kind of along the same way of thinking. He's thinking a Junior Tafa KO 2-3 at a pretty big number, plus 430, and then 138 just taking the over 1.5 rounds at plus 220 there. Pergers 2 says, I bet the over 1.5 and Sharaf. I only need one of them for profit, and I just think Tafa sucks. Yeah, they're both not the best. Both not the best. Is Dawson and Carpenter a good parlay? I do like them both, but I don't know what the line would come out for on those two there. John's on the under here on a 2-teamer with Taira money line. Best of luck to you, John. And the Sheriff is about to sleep in. We shall see. We shall see. All right, let's keep moving on to this next fight. It is Themba Gorimbo going against Nico Price. So Themba got all the way as low as like minus 430. And then just the last 24 hours, money has came back in on Nico Price. Gorimbo is currently sitting as a minus 310 favorite, and Price is sitting as a plus 250 underdog. 138. What are you doing for this fight here?
Yeah, unfortunately, this one is kind of a fight where similar to the McKenna Polastri fight, where I don't really see a lot of value on any of the lines because anything I liked seemed to be pretty well juiced. So I'm just going to pass on this one as well.
All right, 138 using up his second and final pass. Nothing wrong with that. TV, are you passing on this one as well, or did you find something you like here?
No, so I'm going to take a shot on the Gorimbo by points. It just seems like he can't really finish most anybody worth a damn. At least that can size up to him physically. I mean, Rodriguez was going up a weight class. I mean, Nico, eye-to-eye at face-offs. He even looks maybe a little bit bigger. I just think Gorimbo should be able to get some control here, whether it's in the clinch, whether it's, boring top control and not quite finding a finish. But something tells me we're finding our way to a decision on the Gorimbo side. So plus 195. For the purpose of the show, let's have some fun. But, I'm not really going too heavy on it. But I don't know. I think it's worth the shot.
Gorimbo decision plus 195?
Yep.
All right, so TB taking the decision and then 138 taking the pass. I ended up passing on this one as well. I just kind of can see this fight playing out so many different ways. I mean, it's a Nico Price fight. Price fights always have some wild outcomes for sure. Let's see. We got Remdog saying, good afternoon, fellas. Best of luck today. Best of luck to you as well. Remdog, good to see you in here. Do you like Tafa on DraftKings for 9,400? I don't hate him, but I do like Dawson more. I like even like Carpenter a little bit more, and he's much cheaper. And then I like Taira more. So I think he's fine, but I do like some other fighters up top instead.
Why don't you come over here?
Played Gorimbo minus 3.5 at minus 190. So you're looking at maybe like 30-27 or a knockout or a sub. I could see it. Themba's a lock. We'll see. I mean, I'm not the highest on Themba, but at the same time, I think Price is kind of on his way out at this point. Hey guys, Tafa to win and over 1.5. Yeah, so they have the same game parlays, right? Tafa to win and over 1.5. That could be interesting. Dixon saying, Brady, I have a feeling Themba's going to win round 1, lose round 3, and then round 2 will be close and Themba wins a greasy split. Yep. I could see it. I could see that. It could get greasy, man. Could very get greasy. Maybe a robber. Yeah, you never know with these crooked, corrupt judges what we're gonna see.
If Nico doesn't finish, it's going to be a Gorimbo decision. So,
yeah. What? No, don't do that to Nico. This guy has 7 kids. Let's not hurt the dude. Let's
Love
not hurt
the game plan.
No, don't do that. Come on.
More people should do that. I don't understand why they don't. Just don't knees. It's not your problem.
Oh, he already has bad knees too. Oh, he has the double knee sleeves in there. I don't agree with that, Dixon. I love a greasy split. Man. It is. I love a greasy split. I do not love a greasy split. Had a couple last week, but all right, let's keep moving on to this next fight. It is a very good fight. This is one of my favorite fights on the card, actually. It's Jonathan Pearce going against Pat Sabatini. We have Jonathan Pearce minus 160, Sabatini's plus 140, 138. What are you doing for this fight here?
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of volatility in this matchup, and I'm going to go with fight ends in round 1 at plus 375 on Bovada. It seems like one of those things where if Sabatini gets it to the ground, the guy is just going for the finish immediately. That's what he likes to do. That's what he tends to do. If it stays on the feet for any length of time, Sabatini just seems to get hurt by everything, unfortunately. So I think it ends in round 1. We're going with that.
Did you say it was plus 315 or?
Plus 375, I saw in Bovada.
Oh, wow.
It might have changed since.
Okay. No, that's solid there. So he's taking the round 1 finish. Could be Sabatini or could be Pearce for the win there. TB, what are you doing for this fight?
Oops. So yeah, this one, I'm actually going to just go the Sabatini money line here. I think that he's viable for either a control decision or a submission, as JSP is going for his own control. JSP is obviously live to knock out a guy that we've seen, kind of be death touched a couple of times, but I don't think Pearce really has the juice like that. So in that case, if I don't think Pearce is going to win on that, I've seen him in way too many deep submission attempts against opponents. And Sabatini's a really good wrestler and scrambler, and I think he looked like the more filled out guy. He should be able to get what he wants to on the mat, and I think Pearce would be silly to kind of engage in the wrestling against him because all it takes is one, And I think some of those shots he was landing on Onama when he was swinging wild, there's his chance. But I mean, give me the Sabatini money line. We'll take plus 160. It should work out.
All right, Sabatini.
Or is it worse than that now? Yeah, I mean, plus 154 ish. I'm seeing there.
Yeah, it did get hit a little bit. I see plus 154.
All right, cool. We'll do it.
All right, so taking the Sabatini money line there. Let's see. John liking the Pearce minus 3.5 at plus 145. Did you guys stop doing the DFS show? As of now, yes, but going to probably be bringing it back in the near future. Fight to not start round 2 is nicely priced. It is, especially with the way these two guys fight. Both guys have a path, whether it's a Sabatini sub or Pearce can knock out the chinny Sabatini. I don't mind that at all. Greasy said, I sprinkled the fight ends by sub at plus 330 on FanDuel. And then Dixon saying a Sabatini sub JSP TKO alternate double chance plus 120, my official play. Yeah, it's pretty much the fight doesn't go decision, right? I don't mind that. That's kind of how I'm seeing it too as well. All right, so let's keep moving on to this next fight. It is a weird one in my opinion. I'm curious to your guys' thoughts on this fight. We got Ramazan Temurov going against CG Vergara. We got Temurov minus 350. Vergara is plus 285. We'll start with UTB. What are you doing for this fight here?
I am going to pass. Something tells me, the guy that's only won by round 1 knockout or decision, a little sub sprinkled in here or there, but and Vergara, I've seen him run around the octagon away from one Daniel Lacerda da Silva to come back and look good. And I'm tempted to take him as the underdog, but something tells me we're going to get a way better number on it live. And I can't land on if I think Temurov would win in round 1 or if he ends up actually winning a decision hilariously enough. So ultimately, I'm just going to pass here.
All right. TB taking the pass, and you have no passes left. 138. What are you doing for this fight here?
So this fight, I deeply offended a lot of people in my video for my take on this fight. A lot of people were really upset that I picked CJ Vergara to win. So, hopefully we don't get a really angry chat like coming for me with pitchforks and torches. But we're gonna take CJ Vergara's money line. Now, I saw on like SX bet plus 300. I don't know if that's like legit or anything. I don't know if that one is like I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either. What was the line on it?
Plus 300 on SX bet. I don't know if you count that one or not, but if it's on there, we'll take it. If not, give me whatever's best.
Maybe we should check it out. Maybe we can get a promo going for SX bet. So shout out to SX bet plus 300 there. I don't mind it, man. I mean, wait, what? Oh, is it?
I'll take whatever line, but
all right, let's see what we got here. Plus 290.
Cool.
Done. Plus 290 there. All right, plus 290 for the Vergara money line. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's a weird fight. I feel like if Temurov doesn't knock out Vergara, like Vergara could very well win this fight, or at the very least, it's going to look very, very close. Just a weird fight to me, but yeah, we'll see. CJ round 3 decision. Yeah, I know some people on like the late Vergara props 2-3s, the Vergara decision as well. We shall see. Yes, please bring back the Wednesday DFS show. We shall see, probably in the near future, if not early next year. And then Dixon saying the Vergara split decision plus 1,600. That's not a bad line. I could see something like that where Temurov's landing the big shots, Vergara's maybe landing more volume, goes the distance. It comes into the hands of the crooked, blind judges who I feel like aren't even watching the fight. I could see a split potentially. And then John saying the over 2.5 in a 2-teamer. What else? I think we got pretty much there. All right, so yeah, interesting fight there. Moving on to the next fight, it is Daniel Rodriguez going against Alex Morono. We got D-Rod minus 212, Alex Morono plus 182. We'll go with TB. What do you like for this fight here?
I'm not really loving it, but I'm on the Daniel Rodriguez knockout at plus 270. I think Morono, if he gets into like any extended exchanges in the pocket here, and if he starts slowing down as the fight goes on, I know he looks in a lot better shape, but I also don't love what happens when he tries to exit in and out of range. and doesn't quite measure the distance right. And Daniel Rodriguez is a pretty good boxer, has some slick counters. And if Morono's, sights have come off, I know he's working like coaching at a gym. He's one of the top guys there. And, maybe his mind could be elsewhere. I don't think playing the money line on D-Rod is the best thing. And I know a lot of people get into the dog shot on Morono, but I'll just take a small chance here that D-Rod can, recover some of his beautiful knockout ability. The guy's got some power.
Sorry, this comment just caught me off guard. I banged my wife while listening to DFS by the numbers.
Nice.
You
love to hear it.
Let's get this comment off the screen here. All right, there we go. So yeah, Rodriguez KO plus 270 for TB. 138. What are you doing for this fight here?
So seems like TBI are on a little bit of a different wavelength here. He thinks there's a KO. I think it goes to decision, and Bet Online seem to have that at minus 150. I hate to play a minus number on a show like this, but we're forcing a bet on this one because we only got 2 passes. So we're taking fight goes to decision at minus 150 for this fight.
Fight goes to decision minus 150. And yeah, you don't have to take risks, man. I think you have a lead, you're fine.
We're just gonna coast.
Yeah, just coast.
Nothing but minus 800s,
Why not? Why not? Oh, let's see. Brady, what was your read on Morono's weigh-in? So yeah, the weigh-ins for this fight was huge for me because if Morono showed up looking awful like he did in his last fight, I probably would have some type of bet on D-Rod. But Morono showed up and he looked like he actually is prepared for this fight, unlike the Price fight. So my read is I'm just going to pass at this point. I feel like Morono is coming in here ready to go, somewhat motivated. So it could even be like a close fight type thing. So we'll see. Sabatini by submission. It's a nice number, man. It's a nice number. D-Rod wins. I also banged my wife while listening to DFS by the numbers. Dang, that's awesome. D-Rod doesn't look good at the weigh-ins, don't you guys think? Yeah, I thought D-Rod looked a little bit rough. He's getting up there in age. But yeah, Morono looked pretty good. I was happy with what I saw from Morono. Is Uncle Weezy on a bender? Where's he at? I don't know what Uncle Weezy's doing today, but he'll be back. We'll be on show tomorrow together for Stat Takers, that's for sure. We got Dixon saying, Brady, the degenerate in me took a small poke at Morono by sub because it's plus 1,200, which is so wrong. It shouldn't be this wide for Morono on a full camp, potential club and sub 2-3, very small poke. Not the worst look in the world. We saw who did? I think Neil Magny subbed D-Rod not too long ago. Yep, we'll see you, Dixon. That's an interesting call. Morono looked like a snack at the weigh-ins. There you go. There you go. I may play the over 2.5 at minus 175. 138 agrees with you, and I think I agree as well. I think it probably does go to decision. Sal D'Amato says, I prepare my pre-written scorecards while listening to DFS by the numbers. Sal, you've actually been doing better. I think you've been doing a lot better as of late, so keep up the work, Sal D'Amato. We appreciate you. And he also bangs his wife while listening to DFS by the numbers. There you go. Love to hear it. ITP says, I thought I was the only one who banged their wife while listening to DFS by the numbers. There you go. I mean,
dude,
whatever.
Brady, I think you got a cult going here, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that, but I mean, if whatever works.
Pretty soon they're going to be asking you to bang their wives. It's not far off. That's how a cult starts, man.
Yeah. Let's move on to let's do a recap. All right, let's do a recap. So TB, you are taking Clayton Carpenter to win by decision plus 140. Cody Haddon round 2, round 3 plus 1,300. Passing on the Polastri fight, you're taking Junior Tafa KO 2-3 plus 430. Taking Gorimbo by decision plus 195. Sabatini money line plus 154. Passing on the Temurov fight, you're taking D-Rod by KO plus 270. And then 138, you're taking the Carpenter winning inside the distance plus 240. You're taking the Cody Haddon inside the distance plus 210. Passing on the Polastri fight, taking the Tafa over 1.5 rounds plus 220. Taking the pass on the Gorimbo fight. You're taking the Pearce fight ends in round 1 at plus 375. The Vergara money line plus 290. And then Rodriguez fight goes to decision at minus 150 there. There you go. That's what we got for the first couple fights there. If you guys could hit the like button, we have 460 of you in here. Subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to these guys as well. I'm not too happy. The plan was to do the show and get out of here and then go mow the lawn, but now it's pouring, so I guess I'm not gonna mow the lawn. I mean, I could do it in the rain, but I guess I might just have to wait. And it was a nice
you get
day.
a lot of clumping with the grass in the rain.
Yeah, so it's
Can't be doing that.
Yeah, so I guess another day without a mowed lawn. The neighbors are probably not too happy with me, but what can you do? What can you do? All right, what do you guys got in the chat? Let's see, Moroni. I think you mean Morono. Over 0.5 takedowns on DK is nice. I did not see the line on that, but yeah, I guess he could get a takedown if he wants it. Dixon, I get Hawk Tua while listening to Stat Diggers. There you go. I don't have a wife. I bang my brother while watching. What? Your brother? You need to see someone. Like, I can hook you up with like a therapist, or we need to get you professional help, Waldo's. Brady's voice making my wife moist as usual. Brady's breakdowns really get my wife going. Thank you, sir. No problem. If I had a wife, I would bang her while listening to DFS by the numbers. 138. Why do you look like you just got to have a boot camp?
I mean, I just got out of practice, so maybe.
Yeah,
sort of.
Same thing.
Same idea.
Lucky break, Brady. No, it's not. I need to mow the grass. Cutting the grass in the rain will build character, Brady. I don't know, man. I don't know. I banged my girl on the lawnmower while listening to DFS by the numbers. Are we not talking about fighting? Like bang? Oh no. I don't know. I make my wife dress up as DFS when I bang her. What does that mean? You put like a hat on her, or maybe a beanie? Oh gosh. Maybe put like a fake beard on. You're sick, Beaver. You're sick. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them, man. They're always out mowing their lawns like every day. I'm like a once a week or once every 2 weeks type mower, but these guys are out there every day mowing their lawn. Not me. All right. Let's just move on. Let's just move on to the next fight. It is, let's see. Yeah, Grant Dawson going against Rafa Garcia. We got Dawson minus 325, Garcia plus 250. Let's start with 138. What are you doing for this fight here?
So I have one written down, but out of curiosity, does anybody have a line on Dawson to win in rounds 2 or 3? Does anybody got a line on that? I didn't see one. If not, I'll take Dawson round 3 at plus 1400.
You just average it out. So what are the 2 lines? I
have no idea what it is for 2.
Let me take a look.
Should be right on the screen there somewhere. Let's see.
Take a look. Oh, I'm just dropping the ball. 1,400 for round 3, and then 900 for round 2.
So 2,300, divide that by 2, so it's like 1,150.
Oh shoot, let's do that. Yeah, way better. 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah, Dawson. Round 2, round 3 plus 1,150.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I like that. I'm on those as well. TV, what are you doing for this fight?
I'm doing Grant Dawson by submission plus 410. Think it could come any round, so I didn't play around too much. But yeah, I like the 2-3 idea too, so that's a really nice bet on the 138 side. But I'll stick with just submission straight up. I think he's beaten way better grapplers by submission, and I'd like to take it here, especially at a plus 400 for a guy that's like minus 300 on the money line. I think it's a pretty good value. And the chat's going off. I love it.
Dude, who are you? What the heck is wrong with some of you guys? Let's see. He puts a Liang. My wife would not do that. She is not a big fan of the wig. I actually got rid of it once she got cut. I cut the grass and listen to DFS by the numbers while my wife gets banged. There you go. Multitasking there. Oh, gosh. What fighter did you wear the wig and dress up as? It was Liang Na.
Yeah, Liang Na.
I wrote DFS by the numbers on the side of my flashlight.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, you actually could probably list that as like some merch, just like a DFS branded.
I mean, if somebody was sick enough to want that, then
dude,
why not?
This chat would buy that. Are you kidding?
Why not?
This chat would love that.
Chat, this is a family show. Kids are watching. I don't think any kids are watching, to be honest.
No, I don't think so.
Imagine some kid like just taking notes so we can go down to the casino after this.
It's an 18+ show. Brady, should my wife's boyfriend full mount her or just keep her inside control? I guess maybe just sit in half guard. Sit in half guard, get some control, and win some minutes on top. We're gonna have a line for what? Yeah, we found it. We found it. My bad. Yeah, my wife dresses up as Brady as Na Liang. Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
The beef between Brady and his neighbors mower is legendary. I mean, yeah, they're always out doing their lawn. They just did their driveway yesterday, and then my yard's over here looking like some ass. So yeah, they probably not big fans of me.
The pro tip is to kill your grass by June, and then you can just be done mowing it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be
That's
nice.
what I usually do.
Grant Dawson is cute, so he probably wins. That's
Right.
I've never heard analysis like that. Maybe from like a female, that'd be like a female's analysis. I've never heard that from a guy though, but it is what it is.
Melon could be either or. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Melon is a female.
I'll assume.
Played Dawson -3.5, -150. Noted he legally weighed 1.5 pounds heavier than Garcia. Yep, that is true. Doesn't Garcia have cardio issues also? I think he typically has good cardio outside of that Chris Kreutzmacher fight. I don't think it looks great in that fight, but my wife won't let me bang her until DFS returns. Help me out, Brady. What do you mean? Returns where?
I think he means your Wednesday show.
Oh, yeah. Well, that show will be back in the future, guys. Near future. All I want to say is when I said I edged to DFS by the numbers a couple months ago, y'all hated me. Now look at you with me.
The cult has started. That's what I'm saying. Brady's got himself a cult here.
DFS by the fleshlight. Brady, will you sign my wife's butt plug? I would be banging my wife if she mowed her lawn. Come on, Brady, we need DFS by the fleshlight. All right. Let's keep moving on then. Sign your butt plug. What? I'm not signing nobody's butt plug. Come on.
Really?
No. I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Let's move on to the next fight. It is Chidi and Jaquandi going against Jared Gooden. We got Chidi -160, Jared Gooden +140. Let's kick it to TV. What do you like for this fight?
I'll go with the fight goes the distance here. Think that there's going to be a whole bunch of crashing into the pocket and Gooden trying to land some range boxing, but he has no real defense, but he is pretty durable a lot of the time. So I think it could be interesting to see Chidi landing the better strikes and not really eating too much damage himself. I don't envision Gooden really landing takedowns, but if he tries, I don't think he'll really have a ton of success with it. I'm not going to go on the Gooden dog shot. I just don't think he ends up converting it at the end of the day. While Chidi is prone to the disappointing decision, I think it's time for another one. So just fight goes the distance, though. +160. Let's have some fun. I don't care who wins.
Chidi fight goes the distance, +160.
Yep.
There you go. All right, 138. What are you doing for this fight?
Yeah, I actually am going to take the Gooden dog shot simply because when he missed weight, I think that's going to favor him. Guys that miss weight tend to win. So even if he has to just eat extra shots, the dude didn't have to cut as much weight. So I'll take Gooden money line. I think it's +145. Either whoever was the underdog in this one was probably the side, but yeah, we're taking Gooden because he's the underdog and he missed weight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these cheaters go out there and win. There's no repercussions for these cheaters, it looks like. So
and they lose a few bucks, but it saves their career. So who cares?
Yeah, why not go out there and cheat, right? So yeah, there's somebody that cheated last week a ton. Cesar Almeida cheated 50 times and nothing. So yeah, cheaters are having a lot of success lately.
Yeah, especially now. It's different because it used to be the opposite, where when you missed weight, you lost, but now it's not the case anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. No, that'll be back next week. Not in the AM next week. We got Adrian the $15 donor. Appreciate you, Adrian. He says these wife jokes. Yo, damn, LOL. That said, sketchy card. Any of these dogs can fake that win. Yeah, man. We'll see. It is a borderline sketchy card, I think. Yeah, appreciate you, Adrian, for the $15 dono. My wife screams DFS when I bang her. There you go. Let's see. Gooden has a lovely head. Who wouldn't want to touch it? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, let's keep moving on. We got 2 fights left, guys. It is Jung Young Park going against Brad Tavares. We have Jung Young Park minus 200. Brad Tavares is plus 170. We'll start with you, 138. What are you doing for this co-main event?
So I saw this line probably moved because this is one that's probably moving rapidly right now. But just a little bit ago before the show started, I saw Park most significant strikes at minus 150 on BetOnline. If you can scroll down and confirm that's still there, I'll take that. If it's like minus 300 now, I guess I'll still take it, but it won't be nearly as exciting. But Park most significant strikes minus 150 is what I saw. It should be on there.
Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Yep, still there.
Sick. Let's do that.
Park more significant strikes minus 150 for 138. Yeah, great look. Great look. TB, what are you doing for this co-main event?
Park decision plus 115. He's going to land more strikes, and even if he can't land a takedown, I think he's still getting control to rack up what's going to be a decision. Pretty tough to get Tavares out of there, and if Park does it, that would be his first UFC knockout, I think. So he's been all submission or knockout, or decision in the UFC. So I think he's just going to get the decision here again. Tavares is tough, but I think Park is going to land a lot more volume.
All right. Park decision for TB, and then at 138, like in the Park, more significant strikes. I think they both hit there. So I like both those.
Yep.
Let's see. What else we got up in here? Gooden. Missed weight on purpose. He wants to KO Chidi. Yeah, Gooden's missed weight a ton. I think it's literally like 3 or 4 times now that Gooden's missed weight. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, missed weight once again. All right. Last fight. We got the main event. It is Tatsuro Taira going against Brandon Royval. We got Taira minus 300. Royval sitting at plus 250. We'll start with TB. What are you doing for the main event?
I'm going with the Tatsuro Taira decision at plus 260. I think Royval is going to be happy to give up takedown positions, to try to scramble, to do stuff off of his back. And if Taira is the guy that they say he is, I think he takes it to a decision. Royval's shown improved durability. He's also pretty solid from distance. So I think these guys can actually have some fun striking exchanges on the feet. And then when Taira goes to get the back takes, I don't think he's going to be successful with the submission, given the improvement in submission defense I've seen from the Royval end of things. And he trains at elevation. I know the Factory X kind of broke up, and the line's super wide here from a money line perspective. But I think if it goes the distance, it's because Taira was successful in being, like he has a lot better defense, I'd say. He's not willing to just get into these extended dumb firefights, and he's willing to land a ton of control time. So I'm interested to see what happens here.
All right. Taira decision plus 250 for TB and 138. What are you doing for the main event?
Yeah, so realistically, I think Taira probably wins a decision. However, for this show, I wanted to take the Royval scorecards no action at plus 275 for the simple fact that if it goes to decision, it's a push, doesn't matter, which is what I think probably happens. But if somebody gets a finish, I think it's Royval short of something wild. But Royval's hard to finish. Pantoja couldn't finish him in their last fight, and Pantoja had him on the ground for extreme amounts of time. So Royval's pretty good at just not getting finished. And I think that we probably get that decision, but the dude's dangerous. So we're going to take scorecards no action at plus 275 for Royval. But like I said, he probably doesn't win.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to play Royval, I think, if I was to play him. But yeah, I ended up passing on the main event. Going to sit back and kind of watch this one. What do you guys got in the chat? Taira, double chance, KO or sub, looking at Taira into the distance. Marco looking at Taira by sub. How about Kai Sakura getting an immediate title shot? Yeah, kind of wild, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
He probably does get the immediate title shot just because Pantoja's almost cleared the division, unless Taira looks so good in this one that they're like, title shot for you.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to give it to Royval.
No, I don't think so. Because Pantoja is 2-0 against Royval. Taira becomes number 1 contender. Asakura KOs Pantoja. Taira versus Asakura in Japan. Book it. Okay.
That'd be huge.
Oh, yeah.
They could sell out any arena.
Right. That'd be sick, man. And yeah, so they already booked the Asakura Pantoja fight. I saw that a couple hours ago, I think.
Oh, really? That's like official? Okay.
Yeah, official. I think it was a couple hours ago. Yep, he did. He announced that fight. He announced Shavkat, Bilal Muhammad, and then he announced, I think, Diaz Luque, and then he announced Gon and Volkov, Gon Volkov.
Does anybody else just not want Diaz and Luque to fight and instead just neither of them ever fight again?
They just keep booking it. It keeps falling off, and they keep booking it. Like that same fight. I don't know why.
I hope that neither of them end up fighting. I don't want to see it. Luque doesn't look good. He looks like he's afraid to get hit. And like, come on, we saw Diaz in that last fight. That's rough.
It probably doesn't happen.
I hope not.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the recap, and then also we'll do the best bet. If you guys hit this best bet, your profit's going to double. So say, for example, 138's best bet is, I don't know, like Gooden money line. Instead of getting 1.45 units, he'll get almost 3 units, like 2.9 units. All right. So TB, you are taking Carpenter wins by decision plus 140. Taking Cody Haddon round 2, round 3 plus 1,300. Passing on the Polastri fight, you're taking Junior Tafa KO 2-3 plus 430. Taking Gorimbo decision plus 195. Sabatini money line plus 154. Passing on the Temurov fight, you're taking D-Rod KO plus 270. The Dawson submission plus 410. The Chidi fight goes to decision plus 160. Park by decision plus 115. And Taira by decision plus 250. Is all that correct? And if so, what is your best bet for UFC Vegas 98?
Yep, that sounds good to me. And best bet, we might as well, right? Let's do Cody Haddon round 2, round 3. Let's have a fun time, and hopefully we can close the gap here.
26 units for 26 units. 138, you were taking Carpenter inside the distance plus 240. Cody Haddon inside the distance plus 210. Passing on the Polastri fight, you're taking the Tafa over 1.5 rounds plus 220. Passing on the Gorimbo fight, you're taking the Pearce Sabatini fight ends in round 1 plus 375. The Vergara money line plus 290. Rodriguez fight goes to decision minus 150. Taking Dawson 2-3 plus 1150. Gooden money line plus 145. Park more significant strikes minus 150. And then Royval finish only, aka scorecards no action plus 275. Does all that look correct? And if so, what is your best bet for UFC Vegas 98?
Looks solid. We're gonna go with the Dawson 2-3 for the plus 1150.
There you
Might as
go.
well go with the big one.
And I like it. I hope it hits. I hope it hits because I'm on those as well. So there you guys have it. It should be a fun card. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we get some violence, some fun fights. Fights are kicking off in about 15 minutes. Going to kick it around to you guys. TB, let the people know where they can find you and support your work.
You guys can find me Chronic Combat Conversations weekly with my host, Guru Scouting MMA. We break down the fights. Have a nice. Oh my God, there he is. We break down the fights weekly, having a fun time, and we're real life best buddies too. So that's what makes it so fun. We're just a couple of guys who love fights and love making bets, and hope you guys choose to follow us. And let's all have a good time. Hope you all cash your bets today.
Heck yeah! Thanks for coming on TB. 138. Where can they find you?
You can find me pretty much everywhere at 138 MMA. Something to check out. I just dropped an interview with the MMA Jimmy Smith, not any of the other Jimmy Smiths. But check out that interview because Jimmy Smith's fantastic, and we spent a ton of time talking about that show Fight Quest that he did like in the early 2000 aughts. So anybody around my age in their like early 30s is probably remembering that from when they're in high school, and probably should go take the nostalgia trip and check out that interview. So if you want to do that, I would appreciate it. My interviews don't usually do as well as all my other stuff, so I'd like to have some people watch that. But 138 MMA everywhere.
Heck yeah. Thanks for coming on 138. Best of luck to both of you, and best of luck to the chat. If you guys could like on your way out, subscribe on your way out, and then be on the lookout for Stat Diggers with Uncle Weezy. That'll be tomorrow, 7:15 Eastern time. And I think we got UFC Vegas 99 next week, which is Michelle Pereira going against Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, 5 rounds. I'm really looking forward to it. So tune in tomorrow. And yeah, guys, enjoy the fights tonight. We'll talk to you soon. See you later.